Hi, my name is Rav Mordechai Burg. I am coming at you from Mevaseret Zion in Yerushalayim in Eretz Yisrael. I have the privilege of being the Menahel here in Yeshivat Sha'arei Mevaseret Zion. I am a former NCSYer. I grew up on Long Island, and I actually currently continue to be involved with NCSY Kollel in the summer. This week's Parsha is Parshat Teruma, and one of the most beautiful psukim in the entire Torah is in this week's Parsha. V'asu li mikdash v'shachanti besochem. Make for me a mikdash, and I will dwell within you. Not v'shachanti betocha, v'shachanti besocham. Not I will dwell within it, I will dwell within you. We would have thought that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants for us to build him a Beis HaMikdash so that he has a place in this world. But that's not what HaKadosh Baruch Hu says. He says, build for me a mikdash so that you and I can be in a relationship. What does it mean that if we build for HaKadosh Baruch Hu a mikdash, that he will dwell within us? Mikdash comes from a lashon of kodesh. Kodesh is often translated as holy, but the truth is that's not a great definition. Because what does holy really mean? Be holy, do holy things, what does that mean? I prefer transparency. When you say that something is kodesh, it means it reveals godliness in this world. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, V'asu li mikdash. Make me transparent in the world, and then we will have a relationship. In truth, this world is godly. The creation is a function of the Creator. And so we have godliness in us. It's when we understand that we have godliness in us, when we've made God transparent in our lives, then we have a relationship with Him. The Medrash says that had Reuven known that the Torah was writing down his every action, he would have carried Yosef out of the pit on his shoulders. Had Aaron HaKohen known that the Torah was writing down his every action, he would have gone to greet Moshe Rabbeinu with a marching band. And had Boaz known that the Torah was writing down his every action, he would have served Rus a meal of meat and wine rather than just coarse grains. What does this mean? These are some of the Gedolim of Klal Yisrael. Reuven was looking for kavod, he was looking for honor. He was saying, if the Torah is writing down my actions, then I'll act differently. Is it possible to think that Aaron HaKohen would have acted differently had he known that the Torah was writing down his actions? Perhaps a deeper answer is as follows. It's hard to remember that every one of our actions are being written down. It's hard to remember that we matter and that what we do is important. But if we will live with the consciousness of Kedusha, of transparency, of godliness, then we will know that this is our time, and every single one of our actions is being written down. The question is, what are we doing with our lives? Sometimes we act in a way that's not bad, but we know it could be better. How do we do that? Remember, everything you do matters. You were born. You're here. You were woken up this morning. That means there's a role for you to play. The question is, what are you doing with that role? This is your time. It's the time to stand on stage and say your line with gusto, and say your line like you mean it, with passion, with excitement, with exuberance in life. And so many of us are going through our lives with laziness and apathy. And the reason is because we've lost the transparency. We've forgotten how important we are. V'asu li mikdash v'shachanti besochem is the mission of a Jew. Remember, you are Kodesh. You are God's transparency in this world. You matter. Go build that mikdash and then have one of the most beautiful relationships you can ever have in this world. A relationship with God.